A summer program is getting kids off the couch and into an environment where they hope kids find learning to be fun. The program is called STEM NOLA. It's a place to engage children in lessons about science, engineering, technology, and math. CEO Dr. Mackie joins us now with more on what this program has to offer. And thank you for being with us.
Good morning, Leslie. Thank you for having us.
And this is great in general, but especially for those kids who lost schooling due to the coronavirus pandemic and they're maybe trying to catch up.
Yes, you know, the pandemic set a lot of kids back, and Jefferson Parish School System has the Summer Bridge program for over 3,200 kids, and STEM NOLA has partnered with Jefferson Parish Schools to engage over 3,200 kids in STEM engagement this summer.
And let's talk about STEM real quick, because a lot of STEM programs have transitioned into STEAM to include the arts, so I was wondering if your program has shifted that way at all.
Yes, I mean, I'm a STEM person at heart. And for me, art is intrinsically a part of STEM. So everything that we do, the arts is a part of it. As a matter of fact, we have a technology camp where kids are developing apps. They're developing like roadblocks, and all of that has digital arts already tied into it.
All right, and speaking of some of the programming, you just did something utilizing the Pelicans, a fun way for kids to learn. Tell us a little bit more about that so we can understand what exactly you guys do.
Yes, you know, speaking of the arts, Chevron and the Pelicans approached STEM NOLA about doing a special STEM Saturday for kids across the region. And we developed a miniature basketball arena that the kids actually put together, and they shot the ball. So they had to take a catapult, learn their angles. They had to learn about force and motion and put the ball in the goal. They had to connect a technological microprocessor to the system. When the ball went through the goal, it made a sound. They also learned about heart capacity and again, force and motion. So we brought STEM technology and the arts together to engage the kids in STEM and sports.
Oh, that is so cool. Now we're seeing some video up. It looks like some of this is in person, some's virtual.
Yes, Leslie, the future is will be blended. So what STEM NOLA is doing now our COVID pivot was virtual, and we engaged kids in 47 states and 5 countries. But now on July 5th, we're coming back with our first in-person event, a Rocket Day on July 10th, at UNO Arena. With the Pelicans, we brought some kids in-house into our headquarters and let them work hands-on in person, where the majority of kids was virtual. So going forward, we believe everything will be blended like that.
Okay, and it's for K through 12th grade, and you mentioned some stuff's already happened, some's coming up. So can people still take advantage? Yes,
go to our websites at STEMNOLA.com. On July 10th, we have our first in-person STEM event post-COVID at UNO Arena, sponsored by the Boeing company, where we're going to have a Rocket Day. We have a summer camp coming up with Holy Cross food science program. We're going to have camps on the East Bank and the West Bank. We have robotics camps coming up, and we have a special camp for over 200 kids sponsored by Chevron, a UB Tech robotics camp, a $400 value. But if you go to school for free or reduced lunch, you can go to STEMNOLA.com and register for free.
That's awesome. And some of this video we're seeing is just amazing. So the main point of this is to educate kids, but it's also to raise awareness of STEM that can create pathways to quality jobs and careers for students in underserviced communities.
There's no doubt. Our kids have to be exposed if they're going to pursue these careers. When I grew up, I wasn't exposed to scientists and engineers, and one day I met an engineer, and I looked at the guy, and he looked like me, and he said, "I'm an engineer." And from that day forward, I said I was going to be an engineer. Just like in sports, when the kids meet Zion or they meet Drew Brees and begin to dream, we're bringing role models and professionals and putting them in front of our kids and giving them that hope and that dream that one day they can find the cure to the next pandemic.
That's a great point. Dr. Mackie, thank you so much for all that you do.
Hey, thank you all for having us, and thank you.
All right, Michelle.